some of the athletes coming to the finish line of the marathon. But remember, the men are also in action. The leader at the moment, the defending champion, Vincent Rotich. Unofficial time at the moment, 2 hours 29. You approximated that correctly.
Yes. Chebet has written history here today. She has stormed to a very good victory, and she's walking away. She's won the 3.5 million prize money.
Yes.
And it was a tough race. You know, a leading pack of 6 very good marathoners.
Yes.
You know, the leading pack whittled down to round 4 in the final kilometers of this race.
Yes.
And it has been tough.
Yes.
It was a tactical race again.
Very, very tactical, of course, for the two. Remember, Shailene was not giving a chance to breathe at the moment. She's just taking a breather after what was a torturous course this morning. We'll be waiting to speak to her to hear what she has to say about this marathon. She's just gone to see, the medics who will attend to her, but we'll be speaking to her later on to hear how she managed, to outmaneuver her opponents, including Shailene Kipchirchir, who finished second, and she was not actually giving her time to breathe. They actually almost came to, with 1 kilometer left, that is when she decided to pull away, creating a small gap between her and Shailene to emerge the winner. From taking part, or rather representing Kenya in the World Youth Championships in Cali in 2015 to winning the Eldoret City Marathon in 2022. Must have been a very torturous morning for her, but as you said, Steve, you have to prepare very well, but at the end the fruits are very, very sweet.
Yes, that means her preparations were well, her preparations were tough, and that is why today she has won it easy. What remains is, where will she be next? What will be her next race? Because traditionally Eldoret City Marathon produces the champions of tomorrow. Talk of Cheptum last year. She's now in the Kenyan team to Oregon World Championships. Talk of Sharon Cherop. Sharon Cherop was already an accomplished athlete and went ahead to win Lagos.
Yes.
Many athletes have gone out to conquer international races.
Yes, this, remember, has been used by marathoners before, or rather has been used to act as a launch pad, for other athletes to launch their marathons. Remember, we are still keeping tabs on Vincent Rotich, who is the defending champion. Still, he has that lead, big gap between him and the second placed athlete in the race so far. It was really
Chebet is
so let's we have Ahmed Bahaj, who wants to let's listen to Bahaj speaking to the winner of the 2022 edition of the Eldoret City Marathon Emily Chebet. Over to you, Badge.
Hii ni mara ya pili. So hii number 8 leo umekuwa number 1. Waende kidogo baraka, lakini tunakushukuru, congratulations kabisa. So aitinye mpango ni Asha Mike. Congratulations. Hii mmoja kabisa kisaunga. Sasa ibelishe au ibe.
Yes, we'll be listening in to what Emily has to say. Of course, Ahmed Bahaj will be speaking to her in a few. The men's race is also edging closer to the finish line. And the lead at the moment still with the defending champion, Vincent Rotich. So let's cross over to Ahmed Bahaj. Will be speaking to Emily Chebet to let us know how it has been, how the morning was for her, and you know, what next after winning the Eldoret City Marathon 2022. And also, you know, 3.5 million, as you said, Steve, is not no.
Yes. It's no small money. It's no pocket change. It is no pocket change.
Yes.
In fact, with 3.5 million, I think you can buy a plot here in Eldoret and still have some balance. Okay.
Yes, she is the winner of Eldoret City Marathon. Other marathoners that were taking part in the women's marathon, of course, slowly coming to the finish line at the moment. But also, the men's marathon is almost coming to the finish line. The men's marathon almost coming to an end. As you can see, the men's marathon almost 2 kilometers to come to an end. Vincent just keeping his head high, trying to, you know, remain focused to take this marathon for the second year in a row.
As it is, Victor Kipchirchir Rotich is headed for another victory this year. Most likely is going to defend his title, his 2021 title.
Yes, if things go right, and I'm sure he's in his head at the moment is just thinking, you know, let everything just remain right, because you can see he's looking back to see, you know, the person that is behind him, whether he's close or he's far, you know, to also adjust his pace at the moment. At the finish line, we can see, you know, representatives from Ethiopia. Remember, there is a partnership between Eldoret City Marathon and Ethiopia. The invited guests seated at the finish line, just waiting to see who comes, whether Victor Rotich will be the one crossing that finish line in the men's marathon. They've already witnessed Emily Chebet win the women's marathon. Now they are just eagerly waiting to see who wins the men's marathon. Victor, right there, very careful to see, you know, if the second athlete behind him, and you can just see the fist bumps, just trying to punch in there, you know, telling the people that are cheering him on that we are together in this. They are trying to encourage him as he comes to the finishing end of the marathon, and he's almost coming to the finish line. You know, we have fans that have turned up to witness this on Palm Sunday. As we say, today is just Super Sunday. Some probably have opted first to come to take a look at the Eldoret City Marathon before going to church to witness this historic moment, to witness some of the best that different counties have to offer. You have Nandi County, you have Elgeyo Marakwet, you have Uasin Gishu, you have people coming from even Bomet County, you have Nakuru County, just trying to make sure that he wins, and he's just being cheered on as he comes to the finish line, just pumping his fist in the air as he comes to the closing line, and he's just being cheered on, and everybody is just cheering him on as he comes to the bend. You know, the defending champion just being cheered as he comes to the finish line, and he's the man to win this race. That is Victor Rotich, your 2022 winner of the Eldoret City Marathon.
What a historic win for Victor Kipchirchir Rotich. He made a move at the 35-kilometer mark and sustained the momentum. He sustained that pace until the finish. He has made history. He is the only athlete who has successfully defended his Eldoret City Marathon title.
Yes, the first man. He will definitely go to the record books as the first man to successfully defend Eldoret City Marathon. Finishing number 2 is none other than Michael Mutai. Finishing number 2, just congratulating him, congratulating Victor right there. And you can tell that the course was torturous because the way he finished, and it's just the same way that we had Emily Chebet finish.
Yes. For Victor Kipchirchir, he was taking part in this race for the second time after winning last year, and could he have had the advantage of understanding the course better than his competitors?
I think so. I think so. Remember, this is a man that decided to sacrifice going for the Vienna Marathon, which is only 2 weeks away, and decided to take part in the Eldoret City Marathon, and he's managed to win this marathon.